What's up, guys, and welcome back to Need for Speed Heat. This is one of the most iconic cars in this game. Welcome to the Ferrari F40 episode. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. You guys can see it's the level 266 stock, which is very, very good. It's going to set us back about $550,000, which is a little bit harder to swallow, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and I think I don't know, just get behind the wheel of something like this is fun. We're going to be able to customize it some in terms of rims and you know, the livery and the wrap and stuff on it. We're not going to be able to put many body pieces on it, unfortunately, but I mean, would you really want to change this thing up all that much? Absolutely not. This is one of the most beautiful, one of the most iconic Ferraris of all time. Look at that wing, dude. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm pretty excited about this. So we're going to whip this thing back to the garage. And let's get to work. Stock, we've got a 471 horsepower, a 2.9 liter V8 engine that is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it sounds fantastic. There's no way we're going to get rid of this engine in any way, shape, or manner. But what we will do is we're going to come in and we're going to upgrade some of the parts. So, you guys can see this thing is from 87. Like, this is over 30 years old at this point. The parts of this engine really aren't all that great. So we're going to be able to go in, if we swap things out for Ultimate Plus parts, we are going to be able to improve the stats of this thing in a quick, fast hurry, baby. Ooh, look at this. We're already up to a 348. What does this thing have stock? Just a single turbo. Should we stick with the single or should we twin it? Nope, looks like the single turbo is going to do a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and put the, let's put the 5 3-pound tanks on there. And then, of course, we're going to go with everything else. We're going to go with our track suspensions. We're going to go with the improved brakes. We're going to go with the better tires, which should put us up around, oh, no. I was going to say should put us up around 400, but I guess it's not going to take us all the way there. If we go ahead and put a different differential on, track differential, why not? We're going to end up at 379. But we're going to have an 851 horsepower, 851 potential horsepower, so we've maxed it out. 2.6 here to 60, 230 mile an hour top speed. Dude, this thing's going to be a monster. I'm really excited about this. All right, here we go. So for paint and wrap, let's see what the community's got for us. So, I mean, really, you don't want to go too crazy with something like this. Like, the iconic red looks really good. The iconic black here looks really good. We've got the Italian stripe down the middle, which could be kind of interesting. We've got this red stripe. You guys can kind of see what's coming next. We're going to go ahead and skip over that one. We've got kind of a half and half split with the black and the red. That's not too bad. Kind of more of a race car look. We've got more of a gray look. We've gotten red and gold. That actually doesn't look too bad if you had the gold rims on there. We've got this here, which is kind of interesting with the purple neons. But to be honest, I think my favorite one so far is going to be the red with the white down the middle. It's not traditional, but it still looks pretty solid. It's not crazy, but it does mix things up a little bit. So we're going to go with that. So let's go into our body here. Looks like, ooh, we are going to be able to change our splitter. We're going to be able to put a splitter on there. That's nice. Looks like we might be able to change our headlights. So interesting enough, the things you see right there are not the headlights. The headlights are actually fold-ups. So let's see what we can do here. I guess technically these are the headlights. It's counting them as headlights. But yeah, you guys can see there's definitely the fold-up headlights that are like the main headlights. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and smoke those out. Looks pretty good. We can change the hood. All right, so we actually have different options than what I was expecting. For a 2 out of 10 customization, I didn't think we were going to have this much customization. Can't even speak. Didn't think we were going to have this much customization, but it's actually... It's looking pretty good so far. We can smoke out the taillights here. Gonna go ahead and do that. Looks like we can change up the exhaust. Dude, this has more customization than a lot of cars. You know what I mean? So I'm not upset with this at all. I think I'm gonna keep the stock exhaust. I like the way that looks. We can put a diffuser in there. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. We can change up the trunk lid if we wanted. Ah, interesting. I'm going to do that, dude. Take off the license plate. License plate delete. I like that. Spoiler we can change up, but we're not going to. And then sound system we're not going to mess with. All right, so apart from that, I mean, we're probably just going to keep the same mirrors on here. Ooh, those are ugly but kind of unique. I'm going to go for it. Why not? It kind of took me by surprise, and I don't really love it, but we're going to go for it there, dude. All right, cool. So we've got all that. I mean, we could leave these stock rims here, but I do think I think I'm going to change it up. I think I'm going to go for something a little bit different. I think I am going to keep more of like a lighter or a chrome rim look, but I just feel like we could find something that's a little bit prettier than what we're currently working with. So given their history, I don't think Ferrari would ever approve something like this, but I feel like we did a decent job of respectfully bringing this thing into the new school. I mean, we didn't change too much. We did add that little splitter up front. These rims are a bit much. I really like big, bright white rims on red cars, and I feel like it just, I feel like it all goes together really well here. You know, the white rims with the white stripe, with the blacked out everything else. I think it looks super, super solid, and I think it's a nice ode to what this thing used to look like, but it also looks a little bit more like a supercar of the future, and I feel like it's got kind of a good look there. Like all the angles and stuff are a little bit old. You know, it's a little bit more boxy, not as many hard angles and whatever else. Got the big headlights and stuff, but it also kind of looks a little bit new school at the same time. So it's like a mix of the eras, which I think turned out pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and check out our effects here. Nitrous color, I mean, we're going to go with some red nitrous. Of course, we've got a red Ferrari here. Tire smoke, we're going to go with some red tire smoke. There's no surprise there. We can go ahead and throw some red underglow on as well. I mean, red is like the most basic color we can do in this game, but this is a Ferrari, so of course we were going to go with red. So red underglow there looks pretty good. Air suspension, not going to be necessary. It's already low enough. Stance, not going to change that at all. No reason to. And let's listen to this exhaust. Dude, that sounds pretty good. All right, I'm ready for this thing. I can't wait to get it out on the streets. Let's check it out. This thing is twerking for us, man. My goodness, the rear end is bouncing up and down all over the place. Oh, dude, so much history with this thing. Such an iconic vehicle. This is going to be a really fun episode. So we are going to be starting off with a little time trial over here. Figured we could start with some light work and just kind of get used to this thing. You wouldn't want to end up crashing it. I think it would have cost us $500K or so about in this game. It would, it'd be quite a bit more in real life. I'm honestly not even sure what the exact number is. I'll look it up once we get to a loading screen. But yeah, we're gonna start off with a little light work time trial over here. I actually don't know that we've ever done this one before. Oh wow, look at that. We're like you guys know the wedge vehicle in GTA that you can just send cars flying? That's apparently what we are. But this is called Thread the Needle. It looks like it's going to be kind of a straight shot, high-speed chase. It should be fun. Looks like the first F40 that came up for sale is $1.5 million. Yeah, there's one 1.5. There's another one that's a call for price. So you guys know that's kind of usually not a good thing when you hear that. So these things are pretty expensive. Definitely a lot more expensive than what we paid for it here in this game. But that's all right. Oh, my goodness. This guy is, well, what is this? Oh, we're just gonna be, trying not to hit the barricades along this thing. This is gonna be fun. Why have we not done this one before? This is my favorite one yet. Oh, this is crazy. Testing the accuracy of the handling. Dude, if we were in the Evo right now, that thing would slay this. That was our, oh gosh. That was by far our best vehicle in terms of handling and traction. Woo! Dude, this is actually really fun. Oh, baby! And we're actually doing pretty well. Okay, we gotta be careful through here. This thing is feeling pretty solid. Let's go ahead and hit some nitrous on here. Why not? Make things a little bit more interesting, right? That's gonna be all the way to the finish. Dude, that was one of my favorite races we've done in this game. Like, I would love to just sit there and grind that and try to get it so I was perfect. Like, try to get a little speed run or something. 1 minute, 0.06 seconds. That thing slaps, dude. That was awesome. All right, cool. So we know the feeling of this thing a little bit. It's really good at high speeds. Obviously, that's kind of what it was originally made to do. It does kind of it gets sideways. She can burn a little rubber and spin out a little bit too, which is nice. Let's see what we have here. These are all gonna be let's switch to underground. Let's look for some of the more challenging races. I think this thing's gonna be able to put its money where its mouth is. All right, here we go. Go ahead and swap things over to the nighttime. We're gonna head down the highway to our next race, and I guess we'll see how we can do. Oh man, look at the, dude. The neons just don't look good on this thing. It's like it's very boxy. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing on the corners. It's not like a nice fluid light underneath the car. Like it goes straight back and straight out to the sides and straight out the front, and that's it. I don't like that at all. You know, if anything, I think that's our own fault though, you know what I mean? Like you really shouldn't be putting neons on an iconic Ferrari like this. Pretty sure they would not appreciate that. So I guess I understand why it doesn't look good, but I mean, in reality, it's just kind of lazy coding for the game, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. This is the first car that I've seen that kind of looks like this. So here we go. I-plane. Let's see what these guys can do. I feel like the front of this thing, honestly, it looks kind of sad. Like it looks depressed. It's a beautiful car. I love the sides. I love the rear end. The front does look good. But when I look at the front of an F40, it looks like it's kind of got a little bit of depression there, and that's not what I like to see. You know what I mean? I want to see everybody happy and healthy, and I don't know. It just kind of makes me sad thinking about it. So let's win this race to make him happy. See if we can get him to smile. You know what I mean? Some cars just have those front fascias that evoke emotion, and this one, I don't know that I've ever really noticed that, but at least in this game, it's got like the wide eyes, like I don't know, like it's been crying or something. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Whew. Here we go. We're kind of getting off into the grass and stuff a little bit here. We're gonna have to pick this up. We can do a little bit better. Let's get back up to speed and let's dance, baby. Whew. Try to keep an eye on the road. Try to keep an eye on the mini-map. See what's coming up next. Trying not to run into oncoming traffic. Trying not to miss our next turns. Okay. We're just going straight here so we can go ahead and rip out some of these nitruses. I'm just going to ride the double yellow. Give me a ticket, officer, if you can catch me. Woo! Oh my goodness. So we're topping out at our 230 mile an hour top speed, which is pretty exciting. Dude, see, when we've got little turns like that and there's no... Oh, that's a cop. There's no warning and there's no, like, checkpoint sign or anything like that, it makes me a little bit nervous. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where you're actually supposed to turn. Dude, we are... Like I thought, we are slaying right now. We are 20 levels behind what this race is recommended for. I mean, it's a 400 plus race and we're at 380, so we are actually pretty significantly disadvantaged here, and this thing just shreds. I guess this is pretty much like any car up in this echelon is kind of the same deal, you know what I mean? Like, this is in a top 5% of cars in this game, and they all kind of destroy the competition, dude. This is so smooth. Smooth in every regard. Look at it, you know, going from long straights, avoiding vehicles, coming up over crests of hills, not knowing what's coming next, reacting at the last minute and being able to control that there, or casually drifting and snaking down a mountain. She can do it all, baby. Look at this. Oh, so clean. Go ahead and get a little nitrous on the exit. Keep our momentum up. 80% of the way through this race. It looks like we've got a nice little straight through this section, so we can go ahead and hit that. Did we even really hit anything? Have we? I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like we're looking pretty consistent here. I'm gonna go ahead and rip some nitruses to the finish line, I think. Finish should be coming up here pretty soon. Try to get up to our top speed. We did it. We were up to 229 there for a second. Dude, that was, I mean, it's just gonna be a repeat of the same thing if we do another race. Hopefully we'll get like a little bit of police presence or something, but that was just disgusting. See what I mean? Doesn't it look a little bit sad? It's just like down, I guess The angle down kind of makes it look like it's kind of, you know, tilting its head downwards. She's not very confident. Like, you're one of the most beautiful cars of all time. You should have huge confidence in yourself, Mr. F40. So here we go, fellas. Let's prove it. Let's go ahead and end this thing out with a bang. We've got a little bit of damage. This isn't even the race that I wanted to do to end things off. We got in a huge cop chase on the way to that race, and I wasn't even, like, really paying attention. Sometimes I load up YouTube videos, and, like, when we're traveling for a few minutes to the next race, I kind of just play the game for fun. We got in a huge cop chase, ran into a building, eventually lost all of them, but we made it. Here we are, we're in another cop chase, and we're just gonna keep on pushing, baby. Here we go. Let's show the world what the F40 can do. We're already escaping from the first group of cops. Trying not to run into too many things. Whew. We're good. This guy's taking the long way, cutting through traffic. Looks like it worked for him, but I think our way was a little bit smoother. Whew. Now he's on the inside and we're on the outside. Dude, this is crazy. Gotta watch out for the oncoming traffic. We're going into a tunnel. Gotta be very careful here. Woo! We're good. Alright, now that we've got a bit of a lead on these guys, I think we should be able to manage up here by the satellite stations. This is always kind of a fun area. We've got long, snaky sections. This actually might have been a better race to end it on than the one I was thinking of, because this has a good mix of straights and curves. This next one's a long, kind of shallow one, so you got to be a bit careful with it. That was actually pretty smooth right there, dude. This thing handles so well. It better for the price we paid and the fact that it's one of the best cars in the game. One of the last cars you unlock, but this has definitely been one of my favorites without a doubt. Here we go. Time to hit the afterburners and see what we can do. Whew. Coming up over this crest, gotta be careful, go wide. Oh, dude, see the fact that we have that much control at that amount of speed is just insane. Woo! That was almost bad right there, but we're able to make a nice little recovery. Able to save it. Love the sound of that turbo blowing off, dude. Oh, baby, look at this. I feel like in my mind, when I envision where I want this car to go, it goes exactly right there. Every single time. Without a doubt. No matter what I'm asking it to do, it always gets it done. And that is a powerful feeling in this game. Oh, wow, we saved it. See what I mean? Like, even when we get into some really sketchy situations, he said, right before he died by hitting a tow truck, all right, we're gonna lose this race if we don't tighten up here, Trev. Here we go. It's a straight shot to the finish. I remember it. You just gotta ride that line. Don't let them touch you. And there it is. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the garage before we get into any more trouble. This thing was an absolute monster, and man, that was a fun episode. There's still quite a few cars in this class that we have to do. Aston Martin Vulcan. Trying to think of what else. There's definitely a few more. Lambo Countach. A couple other the big dogs. I think we're going to come back, hit it hard with those. Maybe do kind of like our P1 episode where we focused on racing in the nighttime. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.